and I sustained very severe injuries. And in the process of trying to defend me, 28 men fell. They are forever our heroes. That evil is what the murderous Nigerian regime called the Pandans, with their collaborators in Igbo land and elsewhere. As you already know, it is indisputable that the sole purpose of that evil dance was to kill me, members of my family, and innocent but brave Biafrans. It is tried that there was no justification for such lethal military operation. I was preparing to go to court on the 13th of October. I read that on Halfia and I told the pastor, including Jubril, that I will bring 2 million men to Abuja. They didn't want me to go to Abuja because they had no case against me. They were afraid they would be disgraced before the world. They decided to eliminate me instead. There was no insurrection within IPOB. We resisted Fulani headsmen, murderous onslaught. That's all we did, and we'll continue to do so. We are only being courageous as Chukwokika Abiyama commanded us to demand for our self-determination, to ask for a referendum, for our freedom that our forefathers enjoyed before the colonizers came, all without bearing any arms, but armed with only the truth and the courage of our conviction. This was what they sought to suppress by means of fear. They wanted to intimidate us. They wanted to murder us into submission, but they failed comprehensively because we are IPOB and I am Nnamdi Kanu. No mortal flesh can kill me. They've not given birth to that very person, but I shall return, I assure you. I said it in 2015 that I was going back to that very country, and I returned. And if I assure you that I'm coming, you know that I'm coming is definite. Since they didn't want me to come to court, I will come back to Biafra land. They have failed, and they will continue to fail. They can murder us as much as they like, but any day we decide to retaliate, the world shall bear us witness that they provoked us. I thank you all for standing very tall, especially our mothers, those who rallied in Akwa Ibom, those who rallied all over Biafra land, those at Owerri, our mothers who were humiliated by one Fulani man only in Imo State, those that call themselves elders, they kept quiet as the most prized possession of our people, which is our mothers, our grandmothers, and our daughters. We are comprehensively humiliated, but they are our heroes, and we shall continue to honor them for their bravery and their sacrifice. I thank IPOB all over the world for standing tall and strong against tyranny, against ethnic cleansing. I feel for those in the Middle Belt, and I wish they can rise up to join IPOB, that they too may be free. We are standing against sheer evil and complicity of collaborators within our midst. In the fullness of time, I will tell you the rest and of the story and what I had to undergo, what my family have had to endure, how others survived that very attack, and how IPOB security and intelligence made sure that I was evacuated from my compound. From this very day, let me show you all that we as a people are determined to ensure that those that carried out the dastardly assault on my compound
Thank you, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. I salute each and every one of you for coming, for always being there. I greet each and every one of you for supporting the struggle, for supporting our Prime Minister Mazin Simon Ekpa, and for not letting the sacrifice of our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu to go down the drain. I salute each and every one of you. Please, as you come in, do program, do well to like it, subscribe if you're a new timer, share it to every platform where you are. Afternoon, morning, or night to discuss on the message that was neglected. The message that was neglected that is being haunting, that is haunting them today. The message of our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that was neglected. The message of hope, the message of redemption that was neglected. And today, those that neglected this message is paying the price in a big way today. What is the message of our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? Our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said in the second day of October in the year 2024 that deadly group of the Fulani herdsmen are coming. That they will come and they will kill men and women. That they will come and they will maim and destroy our farms. And while they are doing this, that their own master will protect and defend them. And they will even arm them because their sole agenda is to enslave us forever. Those who cannot see it now will see it. The hatred in their soul for my people is legendary. They do not see us as humans. They kill, they slaughter, they burn, and destroy. Mindless, bloody, written in their DNA. My people are in trouble. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on the second day of October in the year 2014. 2014, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was giving out this message that the people you are seeing today that they are coming and their masters will protect them. And what will be their mission? What will be the purpose of their coming? That these men are coming to destroy your farm, destroy and burn down your houses, destroy everything that has to keep you, that sustain you. There's a message of our Prime Minister we used yesterday in our broadcast. Our Prime Minister interviewed somebody. And in that is not an interview. He called him that he's making a broadcast, and that person has to come to interpret a voice note that was sent to our Prime Minister. And that person said that the Fulani said that the agenda that was given to them is to destroy our farm. And the purpose of destroying our farm is for us to die of hunger. Because by the time they destroy your farm, you will no longer, those that are farming will no longer have something. You that is living in the urban area will not even see food to buy. And what that happened 1967, 1970 will begin to happen without them going into conventional war. And this plan was made out. But the prophet of our time, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, came out to reveal the secret words of what is coming. That these men are coming, and what they are coming to do is to butcher, to kill, and to maim people. Many people ignored this very message. But our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said something. He said that those that cannot see it now, that they will see it later. But maybe the time that they will be seeing it, it is going to be late. And the truth is that a lot of people that ignore this message are seeing it today. The Middle Belt are one of those that ignore this message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yorubas are one of those that ignore this message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Benue people are one of those that ignore this message. And some Igbo political elites ignore this message. Is it not just day before yesterday that the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is telling the Igbo elites, if you continue thinking that that your allegiance to the Fulani Caliphate will fetch you something, that the Nigeria has nothing in store for you. They have complete nothing in store. What they have in store for you is hatred and a very good time for them to strike. There's something our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said a very long time ago. And that's what that backs up the message for our Prime Minister. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that had it been these politicians know what they have, among the Biafrans, more especially the Biafra Republic government in exile now that is championing the cause of the Biafra restoration. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, had it been they know what they have in this Biafra restoration and among their people, that the Biafran politicians, the most powerful people, even in the Zoological Republic, that to find out what they have among their people, that caliphate will collapse. Caliphate will no longer control them. Because by the time they throw their weight on their people, just like the North throws their weight on their people, whatever decision, whatever they are making, they decide it as not, one not. That if the old Eastern region will decide whatever they want to do, they decide it as one old Eastern region, as Biafrans, that the North will no longer control them. And they will be able to take decisions of their life and control their land. But because these people had made them to be a puppet in the hands of these people, that there's nothing they can do. And there's no way anybody can help them. Every now and then they are living their life to please strangers, total strangers, men and women that are not indigenous to the land. But because of their stupidity and their foolishness, these men are wielding more power against them than you can ever imagine. They are wielding more power than you can ever imagine. Few people suppressing and occupying and subjugating millions of people. This is the same thing that happened during the slave time. During the slave trade, a few Caucasians, few white people, maybe 10 persons or less than, will come and 50,000 or 100,000 or 200,000 Africans will be put to chain, and only one small Caucasian will be leading them to the ship, and none of them will raise an eyebrow, and none of them will kick against the tyranny of these people, and none of them will say enough of this nonsense. And this is how our people were taken to the Western world to slave for so many years, which many of them yielded to becoming the Black Americans that you see today, and so many other places. In as much as black race we are the teaching we come today. In as much as black race we are the originals, people that we are dominating this earth before now. But you cannot ascertain it. If you are to say, you'll be asked, why are you so backward? Because even the Great Britain today that turned around to be our worst nightmare was built by a black emperor. But those histories were hidden from the common man. Those histories have been swept under the carpet. That today, the blacks, those that they call the black, the people of color, are now struggling to see how they can survive, struggling to see how they can be free from the treachery and from the external colonial forces. And here we are today. But Elohim have sent men and women that will deliver us from these hegemonic tendency of the Fulanis. Elohim have sent men and women that will deliver us from the tyranny that the Fulanis have come with, to save us from what is to come. But many people are yet to understand why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not given up. Why Mazi Simon Ekpa is making all the sacrifice that he's making. Just to give his people good life. Just to give his people good life. Just to save you for what they are preparing for you. Just to save you from what they have planned for you for so many years. There's a video I have here. I want to show you something. I want to show you something on this video. Because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was making these assertions, making these clarion calls, many people said, it's not possible. How can this be? This Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is like he's smoking weed. There's no type of name that they did not give to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the truth still remains. After all these things today, what is happening? That's the question many people ashamedly have refused to recognize. They have refused to come out openly and say, of a sure, the Biafrans are right. They have refused to say, of a sure, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Kamala Ozuzo, is right of everything that he has said and everything that is happening. He said it all. Do you know why they don't want to admit that? So that it will not be, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was right. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually the true prophet of the time. But the truth still remains. If you like, neglect it. If you like, acknowledge it. You that neglects it will be a victim of your ignorance. And you that acknowledge it and put the measure that you need, caution that you need to implement, that you need to put to save yourself, will live. But those that choose to play the ignorant card, that you are ignorant, will not wish away what have already started happening and the plan that they have against every one of us. Listen to this person. He's a governor.
They fear the growing popularity of this man, the governor of Zimbabwe.
The journalist said that the governor of Zamfara State is growing in popularity. And why is he growing in popularity in the north? Because this governor of Zamfara State have not converted, but it's just their clique. The states that are championing the cause of Islam, 7 states in the north. But leading chairman is that of the governor of Zamfara State. He came out openly and said that the agenda and their plan is one thing. And that agenda and plan is to Islamize the whole country. The contraption where they call country, the place that the British said they have conquered and renamed from Royal Niger Company to Nigeria that you have today. That is it. But many people are ignorant of this one thing. Sorry about that. But many people are ignorant of this one thing. Hear it from the horse's mouth.
They fear the growing popularity of this man. They fear the growing.
They fear the growing popularity of this man. Why are they fearing the growing popularity of this man? That is the question one should ask. Why are they fearing the growing popularity of this man? Because of the agenda they all have. Let me look for the video and play it now. Play it on another device for you to hear. Listen to it from another device.
They fear the growing popularity of this man, the governor of Zamfara State, who's risen from obscurity to lead this Islamic revival. 7 of the Muslim states have now heeded his call. He says he will until all Nigeria is under Sharia rule. Nigeria.
7 of other northern states. And this man has sworn, this is the same agenda of Usman Dan Fodio, that this man has sworn that he will never stop until all Nigeria is converted into Islam. And the Biafra Republic government in exile has sworn, Mazi Simon Ekpa has sworn, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, has sworn that the Biafrans will never stop until Biafra land is free from any kind of terrorist. And the Biafrans have sworn that they will never stop until our land is free of any form of terrorism or any form of any religious enforcement will never work in our land. That we're never going to stop until our freedom is achieved.
They fear the growing popularity of this man, the governor of Zamfara State, who's risen from obscurity to lead this Islamic.
And the one person might ask, somebody that is championing Islamization, how did he manage to be a governor in a secular state, in a place where they claim to be a secular state? Because it's only the backward thinkers that still believe that Nigeria is a secular state from the onset. The Zoological Republic is never a secular state. From the onset, From the day that the British handed over power to the Fulanese, from that day, Nigeria was created and programmed to be Islamic State. It's never programmed to be a secular state. And that is why in a secular state, a championeer of jihad came up as a #1 citizen in Zamfara State. And is doing it openly, championing that every Nigeria that is never going to up until everyone has converted into Islam. Not secret, this in the open, in the media. And many of you are still very much snoring in your sleep. Snoring in your sleep. While the Biafrans are doing the toiling and working day and night to save your asses. While the Biafrans are the one making all the sacrifices to save all of you. None of you can wake up and say enough is enough. That all the things that the Biafrans has been saying, whatever our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said, all the things that Simon Ekpa is clamoring on, that all these things are true. That you guys have to rise up and save yourselves. But no, you are leveraging fight of the Biafrans to benefit, to anchor and be in a negotiating table with the Fulanis. But at the end of the day, you cannot eat your cake and have it. You cannot. There's an adage of our people saying, if a crafty man, a cunning man die, a cunning man to bury the person. You might think that you're so smart and cunning, that Biafrans, while they are fighting for restoration of their integrity, their dignity, and their nation, that you want to leverage at the time of their struggling to restore their nation, for you to have a balanced negotiation with the Fulanis on who will benefit and who will not benefit in Nigeria. We are not struggling Nigeria with you, but we say that this land that have been given to us by Elohim, that every person that have interest in it, we have to abort that interest, because that interest that you have that is not in line with the agenda of the Biafrans will never materialize. That is what we are saying. And this man said that he will never get tired until all Nigeria is Islamized.
Bible. 7 other Muslim states have now heeded his call.
7 of the Muslim states have heeded to his call. Literally, this man is the one championing the cause, and every other person that is on the ground. With Shetima, El-Rafai, all of them that is in the north. Championing
Won't
the
stop
cause of
until all Nigeria is under Sharia rule. Do you think Nigeria...
that they will push this until all Nigeria is under Sharia rule? And you ask yourself, why is Sharia being mentioned? Why is Islam all over the constitution? But you that is a Christian, me that is a Christian, you that is a traditional man, nowhere is meant your religion is not mentioned anywhere in the constitution of a contraption you said you are a citizen to. And they want a fair deal with the people that have already dominated you religiously.
To become a Sharia nation. That is my ambition, and that is the ambition of every Muslim.
That is ambition. His ambition is to make sure that everyone that is called a Nigerian comes under the control of the Sharia law. And it's not just him, according to this man, he said, it's not just my ambition, but the ambition of everyone that is in the north. Do you still remember when our prime minister said, when Abike Dabre, This our sister that was killed in the north. If I remember the name, I will tell you. This our sister that was killed in the north because he said something in the WhatsApp group and he was stoned to death. That's a question our Prime Minister asked Atiku Abubakar and all the elites of the north. Our Prime Minister said that everybody that is a Muslim in the north will be comfortable in a Sharia controlled country. And nobody disputed that. Because even Atiku confirmed what our Prime Minister did when this our sister was killed, the daughter of Biafra was killed. Atiku made a statement condemning that killing, stoning of this child, this girl. And all the dignitaries from the north start calling Atiku to know what Atiku is doing. And Atiku withdrew that statement and said it was never made by him, that is the handler, the person that is handling his media, can make statement. Now the question every sin human being will ask is, then Atiku, what is your statement? What is your judgment on this inhumanity to man that was meted on this girl? What are you saying about it? Atiku did not have anything to say about it because even in the north, like this man rightfully said, is the agenda, not just his own agenda, not just the agenda of those you call Awab, Al-Qaeda, Maghreb, and Boko Haram, and the herdsmen, but the agenda of everyone that is in the north. Everyone, every Muslim in the north is the agenda to bring Nigeria under Sharia law. Hear it again.
Nigeria should become a Sharia nation. That's my ambition, and that is the ambition of every Muslim in this country.
That is the ambition of every Muslim that is in this country. That the ambition of every Muslim that is living in contraption in the Zoological Republic is to bring Nigeria under Sharia law. And when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was making this assertion, sending this message, a lot of people kicked against it. A lot of people said that he's making it up. A lot of people were saying a lot of things against our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the truth still remains that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu knows what he's saying, know what God showed him, know what Elohim said he should come and do to liberate our people, and that is the work he's doing. And today, will you say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, up to this moment that they went to Kenya to kidnap him, up to now, they have not been able to prove Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrong of all the assertions that he made. Neither have they been able to prove our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoku wrong on all the statements that he have made and the ones that he's making now. In all the things he's doing to protect the Biafrans from the onslaught of these people that are coming into the land to bring Nigeria under Sharia law. That's why the Biafrans are fighting. And I want to bring out something else to you. That's something I want to bring to you. Because when I played this video I played last time, day before yesterday, that I showed you, but I told you that in the song, that the singer was saying that this pride in the heart of you, where a senator in Nigeria confessed him song that it is true, that there are things that are being done in the land where people are actually free, and there are things that are being done in the land where people are not free. Listen to this thing, to the voice I'll play for you now. You'll be hearing a voice of a senator. Listen to his lamentation.
In the U.S. Senate, if a senator stands up to speak, you don't tell him round up until
that in the Senate of the United States of America, where I already told you that they are singing in their song and they said that there is this pride in their heart whenever they look back to remember those that died, that they might live. These people that died, that they may live, build an institution for them. And that institution give right to every senator that is representing a constituency. That you as a senator standing up to speak in the red chamber, you are standing to speak as a people that have delegated you to go to the house and speak for them. That if anybody, either the Senate president or any other senator or any other senior colleague, stands up or shouts you down, that person is shouting down on those that have delegated you to be their mouthpiece. That is what this man is saying. In a civilized world like the United States or like Finland, that you don't ask a senator representing a constituency to sit down. You don't shut him out until that person finishes his assertions, finishes whatever that is saying. But in this contraption called Nigeria, where the rule of law, they don't even know what is constitution. Like this man will rightly say, you hear it from him. From a contraption that was a business center where anything can go, where elephants fly, where pythons will swallow money and come to Biafra land to dance, where crocodile smiles, where monkey eats money instead of banana. When a senator is somebody can say, sit down, sit down. Who asked you to say this? It is in this contraption that the senator rise up in the red chamber to tell the Senate of the resolution of his people, the Middle Belt. The senator that was representing part of the Middle Belt rise up to give the House a resolution what their people in diaspora reached up to. And another colleague, another person in the Senate House, asked a fellow senator to sit down. That if those people that have write all this letter and gave to him to come and say in the Senate House here are serious, they should come to Nigeria and write it. They shouldn't be in anywhere in the world and commanding them on what to do and what not to do. Do you know why it's so? Because you are not a citizen. You're just being in Islamic nation. You are just seeing yourself as somebody living in a free world, but in the real sense, you are under a Sharia law. And in a Sharia law, you don't have a word of your own. People make choices for you. As a woman, you don't have a voice to speak under Sharia law. You cannot just come out and start making some assertions and say that this is just your opinion. You don't have any opinion under Sharia law. And that's why even if you like to be a senior colleague in the red chamber, they will shout you down whenever you want to make sense or say something that is reasonable. That is what this man is saying. That in the United States, you dare not tell a senator to sit down.
In the U.S. Senate, if a senator stands up to speak, you don't tell him round up until he leaves the floor. That is how it's supposed to be.
That is how it's supposed to be, but it can never be so. Do you know why it can never be so? You are literally skyrocketing and nosediving to be governed by Sharia law. And they are practicing it on a daily basis because many of them are Sharia leaders. And the only way they can inculcate it inside of you is to be in you, that whenever you want to speak in the Senate House, you will be biting the words that you're saying. you will try as much as possible to be politically correct, even when you are dying in silence. This man here is saying, in the Senate, in the US Senate, you dare not tell a senator to sit down. It doesn't matter who you are. But in the contraption, a senator can shout down. A senator can be said, shut up and sit down, off the mic. Your mic can be off. You can be told to shut down. You can even be told to withdraw the statement that you have made countless number of times. But this man from Zamfara, a governor, is championing a cause to make sure that all Nigerians are brought under Sharia law. And nobody is talking about it. Only the Biafrans are killing themselves day and night to waken the subconsciousness of the people on what is to come. And the people that are being saved, the people that the Biafrans are struggling, sacrificing their life to save, are sleeping and making fun of what the Biafrans are doing. But that you didn't understand it or you don't want to admit it will not make us to leave what we are doing and wait for your ignorance. We will keep on pushing until our freedom is complete. And by then you will plead to help you secure your own, which we will definitely do, because our work, the work of the Biafra Republic government in exile, the work of our prime minister is to make sure that every indigenous person trapped in the zoological republic are set free. And that work is what we are never going to get tired until it is done. I want to show you something.
I will be here to fight because freedom is not coming from Nigeria. Freedom is coming from abroad. Freedom is coming from the United Nations. Freedom is coming from Washington, D.C.
This man here that is lamenting that in the US Senate that you don't shut him down. The only thing that eluded him, the only wisdom that eluded him is that he did not understand that he is living in a state governed by Sharia law. That in Sharia law, he is not a free man. That is not living in a secular state like the United States he just quoted. That the United States is the land of the free, but in the contraption is the land of the slave people. People that are slaved. You are not free in any measure. In any parameter that you use to measure it, you are not free. You are just people that see yourself in a cage and killing yourselves on a daily basis, thinking that you're saving yourself from the cage, not knowing that you're tightening your chains. But only the Biafrans are breaking the cage that we are put in. And we are making our way to the land of the free, to the land that our forefathers died for, to the land that our forefathers paid for, to the land that our forefathers did everything to secure for us today. And we are never going to back down. We are never going to capitulate until this freedom that we have given our life for is achieved. One thing that will elude you is when you don't understand the systemic interest of the terrorists in your land. The systematic interest of the terrorists in your land. Let me read for you what the Prime Minister of the government in Ezra, the update, what he posted in his X handle today. The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Ezra posted in his X handle today, and he said, to the politicians in Biafra land is a choice before you. Remember yesterday we made a program telling you what the Prime Minister said, that Nigeria has nothing in store for you. It is posted all over the place. And that is the painful and hard truth. That is hard truth. It is painful, but it is true. The Zoological Republic has nothing in store for you. But here is the hand of fellowship and a chance for you to make the right choice. The Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government has said to the politicians in Biafra land, there is a choice before you. If they want to make good of it, there's a choice before them. If they want to repent and take a U-turn, there's a choice before them. A choice to remain in your land or a choice to leave. The choice to remain in the land of Biafra or a choice to leave the land of Biafra. Because if you made a choice to be loyal and that your loyalty will be to the Fulanis and to the Caliphate, then you have made a choice to leave the land of Biafra. But if you choose to live in the land, you have choose to obey and respect your people and come to your people and embrace your people. That is the only choice that you will make and you will in the land. A choice for a better future and a choice for a better system, or a choice for a perpetual damage. A choice for a better future, you can make it today. A choice for a better system, you can make it, or a choice for a perpetual damage. And you know what that means. When you will actually damage everything that you have ever known, when your life will be like a shadow to you, if you make the choice the other way around. If you made a choice to align yourself with the Fulani Caliphate, then you are on your own. Francis Okonkwo, you are welcome. Greetings to you also from here. If you made a choice to align yourself, Franca, I mean to say Franca, not Francis. Franca, you're welcome. Wanyoma. If you made a choice to align yourself with those people that have sworn an oath that they will never stop until they have brought Nigeria under Islam. If you made your choice to align yourself with those people, the choice is yours. Then the Prime Minister went on to say, a choice to be part of the history that the Biafrans are rightly making. A choice to be part of this history that we are making now, and the choice to be the enemy of the history that is ongoing, that we are making even as I'm speaking now. That you have a choice to be part of this history that is being made. And you also have a choice, the enemy to this history that the Biafrans are making. All these choices are yours to make. And whatever choice you make, you will live by it. He went on to say, all these choices are before you today to choose. Remember that this publication was made today on the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in Exile on his Twitter handle, on his X handle. He made this publication today. He said that all these choices that I mentioned earlier, a choice to live in Biafra land, a choice to leave Biafra land. Remember, this thing is different. A choice to live in Biafra land and a choice to leave Biafra land. And a choice to make a better future with Biafrans. And a choice to build a better system with Biafrans. And a choice perpetually and a choice for a perpetual damage. You also have a choice to choose to be part of this history that is being made, that our forefathers started. You can be part of that history today. A choice to be the enemy of this same history that is being made. The Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic government in exile said that all these choices are before thee today. Today is the 21st day of September in the year 2024. This publication was made on the 20th of September 2024. And also on 2 September 2024, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government, as I told you, that you don't have anything, that the Zoological Republic of Nigeria did not have anything in store for you. So he called your attention to the real, to your fate, to the fate and the future that awaits you, and also give you an opportunity to escape future that awaits you. He went on to say, if you think Simon Ekpa has come to do Biafra go like others, look around you. If you think that the Biafra Republic government in exile, heavily led by the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, Simon Ekpa Njoko, that if you think that he have come to do struggle like Wazirike did it, that you think that he have come to do it the way the men of 1967, 1970 did it, and at the end of the day, they succumbed to the tyranny of the Zoological Republic. That you think that he have come to do it, that you will find among the people that surround him, men and women that will sold him out to the Nigerian state. If you think that he have come to do struggle like every other person, that you should look around you, and you will see that the new dimension that our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu make mention of is already here with us, that Biafra has already been declared. He went on to say, I am the same. I come with fire, and I come prepared with offer from birth for this freedom. He said he came with fire. He came with rage. And let me also remind you what he said earlier, that instead of him not to get this, that he will turn to master, and he will turn to so many things to make sure that this Biafra is achieved. I don't know which side you want to throw your weight at, but these choices is right before thee. Like I said on our message, these messages are those messages that you neglected many years ago. Opportunity has also been given for you to make amends. But if you choose to speak like the man that I'll be playing his voice now, the choice is yours. Because the people that have been given a reprobate mind, it doesn't matter how you try to save them, they will always gravitate towards the doom that awaits them. If you choose to speak like this and I will be playing his voice, then the choice is yours. And whatever is the outcome of your choice, you will live proudly with it. Listen to this foolish man.
The state government intends to embark on.
Yeah.
Do you think it will address the issue of open grazing in Enugu State?
Yes, it would.
In the entire
Enugu State. If we establish this ranch in Oji River, Isuzo, and Ozowan, it will address it, because you have no reason for open grazing anymore. You understand? So it's a soft landing for the law, to implement the law. Okay. You understand? Because if you have the ranch and government stated clearly under no.
You will ask this idiot that is rightly speaking now, how else you want to implement the law that is already there in the Constitution? How else do you want to implement the law that is already there? But because these foolish idiots are working for the caliphate, looking for a way to bring the terrorists into our land, to prove to their paymasters that they are doing the work they are paid for, are planning every night and day on how to bring terrorists into the land of Biafra. This message are for everyone that is speaking the language of this man. The choice is yours to make. What we are fighting for is freedom. What we are fighting for is not a land where we will be struggling on how to survive on a daily basis from the terrorists not to kill us. That is not the land we are fighting for. The land we are fighting for is the land where our children will be in school and terrorists will not come and kidnap them. The land we are fighting for is not where our children will go out and they will be kidnapped and never to be seen again. The land we are fighting for is not a land where people will be making policies that will only favor the elite because the country is being owned by them. What we are fighting for is not a country that a president or prime minister will come up and he will say that he bought his seat, so therefore nobody should disturb him until he realizes the money that he has spent so far to buy the seat that is occupying. We are not fighting for a nation where you will buy your way in to be a civil servant. We are not fighting for a nation where you will buy your way in to become a president. We are not fighting for a nation where it will be declared a war, where the whole environment will be a war zone like it is happening all over the Zoological Republic whenever they are planning for election. That is not what we are fighting for. But if you choose this system, that the hostility that you always metal against the people of Biafra whenever you want to conduct your shame election, to pay your whole homage to the caliphate, that is where your loyalty is, then we cannot help you. The choice you have made is yours. But the statement of this man here, working hard to bring every indigenous person, including Biafrans, under Sharia, is a dream that will never come true. And that is the work the Biafrans are doing, and the work is ongoing to see that to this effect that the dream of the Biafrans are achieved. And you will testify with me that dream of the Biafrans have come to pass, because many people today are confessing the goodness of Elohim in the land of Biafra, because we will no longer run outside the country to go and look for greener pastures. We will no longer be among those that are running to Dubai, running to India, running to China, running to so many places to look for a greener pasture. But we will be among those that are building their nation. Hear this.
You were there. I was not there. Check the record. Wait now. You. I was not there. I was not there. Check the record. I was not there. But
is that voice familiar to you? That voice, the same senator that is trying to exonerate himself, that is not there. When you guys are committing to the crime, I'm not there. They wanted to indict him that he claimed not to have knowledge of. And he was telling the Senate President, Akpabio, I'm not there. And Akpabio said, you are there. He said, I'm not there. Check the record. He said, you are there. You are there. He's the same senator that is lamenting that if this seat should be the US Senate, that nobody will ask him to sit down for whatever reason. This man that you're hearing his voice that is trying to exonerate himself from an allegation. Listen to it again.
You were there. I was not there. Check the record. Wait now. You were there. I was not there. I was not there. Check the record.
Now listen to this again. Listen.
In the U.S. Senate, if a senator stands up to speak,
This same man said, if I happen to be in the Senate House of the United States, nobody will shout me down. And this shouting down and clamping down is what they so-called the Fulefu from the Biafra extraction has been enduring for ages. And the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile is giving them a hand of fellowship for them to be among those that is going to make history, that in generation and generation to come, their names will be among those that made the history that we are going to enjoy, and our father and our children and children unborn we enjoy and have our names on their lips till eternity comes. But if they fail to join force and support this movement and support this government that have been giving them security, the choice is whatever that comes out of it, they will bear it alone. Thank you so much, Biafrans, and I want to remind you that today, 7 o'clock, today is fundraising. Do your best and leave the rest for Elohim. Master Simon Ekpa already told you that what we need is money. The man to do the job is already on ground. And you will not regret being a Biafran in future. Thank you so much. See you in the evening, 7 o'clock. Let me rest my head a bit. It has been a long day. Thank you so much for the work you're doing. Keep on listening to Master Simon Ekpa, who is doing a great job. And you will never regret doing so. God bless you. And remain focused, having your eyes fixed on the ball.